Welcome to the Global Update channel, where we bring you intriguing news from around the world. Today, we delve into the ancient origins of the majestic baobab trees. A recent study published in the journal Nature has stirred up the scientific community, revealing secrets about these thousand-year-old trees. Stay tuned as we unearth the story of these thousand-year-old trees. Commonly known as the Tree of Life, the baobab tree has a rich history dating back millions of years. This majestic species originated in the exotic landscapes of Madagascar around 21 million years ago. It is a testament to the power of Mother Nature, a living fossil that has stood the test of time, witnessing the evolution of our planet. The baobab tree, with its massive trunk and sprawling branches, is more than just an awe-inspiring sight. It is a life-giving force, an ecological keystone that supports a diverse array of wildlife. Its fruits provide nourishment for numerous species, its branches offer shelter, and its hollows serve as nesting sites for all manner of creatures. The baobab is a microcosm of life itself, teeming with activity and vibrancy. In an incredible journey, seeds from these ancient trees traversed vast oceans, carried by vegetation rafts and guided by the currents. They found new homes in the soils of mainland Africa and northwestern Australia. There, they took root, grew, and thrived, spreading their influence and contributing to the rich tapestry of life. These trees have a deep-rooted relationship with the local communities as well. They serve as a source of water and are integral to many cultural practices and traditions. Over the centuries, they have been a silent witness to the lives and histories of the people who live in their shadows. But as we delve deeper into the story of the baobab, we must acknowledge a sobering reality. These ancient trees, which have weathered countless storms and seen the rise and fall of civilizations, are facing a modern-day threat. Despite their resilience and longevity, baobab trees are now facing the threat of extinction. These giants of the plant world, that have been around for over 21 million years, are now under siege by a variety of modern-day threats. Firstly, let's talk about climate change. Rising global temperatures and shifting rainfall patterns are playing havoc with the delicate balance of life that these trees have adapted to over millions of years. The baobab is a hardy species, capable of withstanding harsh conditions, but the rapid pace of climate change is proving to be too much, even for these stalwarts of the natural world. Then, there's deforestation. As human populations grow and expand, the forests that are home to the baobabs are being cut down at an alarming rate. Not only does this result in the direct loss of these magnificent trees, but it also fragments their habitats, making it harder for the remaining trees to reproduce and thrive. Habitat loss is another significant issue. As sea levels rise due to global warming, the coastal areas where many baobabs are found are being inundated, leading to the loss of these trees. Already, some species of baobabs are considered endangered, and if we continue on our current path, it's projected that some baobab species could face extinction by the year 2080. That's a sobering thought. These trees, which have stood tall and strong for millions of years, could disappear within our lifetimes. The survival of these iconic trees now rests on our collective shoulders. Their fate is intertwined with ours, and their loss would not only be a tragedy for the natural world, but also for the human societies that have relied on them for centuries. We must act now to ensure that these majestic trees continue to grace our planet for generations to come. As the baobab trees fight for survival, humans are stepping in to help. These majestic trees, with their roots deeply grounded in the soil of Madagascar, Africa, and Australia, are facing an uphill battle against climate change, deforestation, and habitat loss, but all is not lost. There's a wave of conservation efforts underway, pushing against the tide of these threats. Scientists, conservationists, and local communities are joining forces to ensure the survival of these iconic trees. They understand the urgent need to protect the baobabs, not just for their historical and cultural significance, but also for the crucial ecological roles they play. Local initiatives and organizations are taking the lead in this fight. They're planting new trees, protecting existing ones, and educating communities about the importance of baobabs. They're fostering a sense of ownership and responsibility among locals because they know that conservation is most successful when it involves the people who live with these trees every day. These local efforts are complemented by larger global initiatives. Researchers are sequencing the genomes of different baobab species to understand their evolution and adaptation. This knowledge is vital for developing strategies to help the trees withstand the changing environmental conditions. The involvement of local communities in these efforts cannot be emphasized enough. They're the ones who live in harmony with these trees, who understand their rhythms and patterns. They're the ones who benefit from the baobabs, which provide food, shelter, nesting sites for wildlife, and even serve as a water source. And they're the ones who can make a lasting difference in the fight for the survival of the baobabs. The future of the baobab trees hangs in the balance, and every effort counts. It's a fight for survival, not just for the baobabs, but for the myriad of life that depends on them. And in this fight, every hand, every heart, and every voice matters. The story of the baobab trees is a stark reminder of the impact of our actions on the environment. These majestic trees, which have stood tall for millions of years, now face a threat like never before. The need of the hour is greater research to understand their ecological relationships and adaptations. But even more pressing is the need for conservation efforts. We need to protect these iconic trees from the ravages of climate change and deforestation. Their survival is entwined with ours. They provide shelter, food, and even water to countless species, including us humans. The loss of the baobabs would not just be the loss of a species, but a blow to the intricate web of life itself. Join us in spreading the word about the plight of the baobab trees. Subscribe to the Global Update channel, leave your likes and comments, and help us make a difference.